Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Welcome to Dabgist TV. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Today, I bring us updates on what's happening in England as Prince Charles has been crowned the king. Watch the remaining video to watch the news, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you, and share out this video. Cheers. Enjoy your viewing.
With the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, on Thursday, Prince Charles finally becoming the King of the United Kingdom and 4 other Commonwealth realms, ending a wait of more than 70 years. The longest by any heir in British history. Now Charles confronts, however, challenges at the age of 73, the oldest monarch to take the throne, and that in a lineage that dates back 1,000 years at least. Here's more about what does the line of succession look like and what next for the King Charles III.
Prince Charles has spent most of his life waiting. But now, says former royal correspondent Charles Ray, the longest-serving heir to the throne in British history has a new, very immediate role.
It's very much, the Queen is dead, God save the King. Simple as that. It's almost a seamless transition, and then there will be, have him sit on the throne and get the crown at a later date. So it will be seamless in that sense. I mean, from the moment that the Queen passes away, Charles is king. It's that simple.
Born in 1948, Charles became heir apparent at the age of 3, when the Queen acceded to the throne on the death of her father, George VI. Following an unhappy time at school in a remote area of the Scottish Highlands, he studied at the University of Cambridge. He was made Prince of Wales by the Queen at the age of 20.
I, Charles, Prince of Wales, do become your liege man of life and limb.
Charles then entered the military before leaving to concentrate on royal duties in 1976. His relationship with his new subjects has been at times turbulent. Following years of speculation about his marriage plans, Charles married 20-year-old Lady Diana Spencer in 1981 with a dazzling wedding ceremony at St. Paul's Cathedral. 2 sons and new heirs, William and Harry, later. The marriage ended in 1992. The decision was apparently amicable at first, but emerged as acrimonious by the time of their eventual divorce in 1996.
That with regret, the Prince and Princess of Wales have decided to separate.
The union was said to have been a disaster from the start. The tragedy was compounded by Diana's death in a car crash in Paris a year later. Charles was left looking an unlikely sovereign, and royal watchers openly questioned whether he would ever be crowned. Author Penny Jr. maintains he is a popular figure.
There are always going to be people who don't like him, because he has been quite a controversial figure. When the Queen came to the throne, I don't think anybody disliked her because nobody really knew her. Charles has been around for over 70 years, and he has been active in those years. He's got involved in all sorts of quasi-political areas and expressed his views. But anybody that has come across Charles, I would say, or who knows him, will love him.
Charles's long-term relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles became more public after Diana's death. The couple were married quietly in 2005 after gradually appearing in public together and becoming part of the royal circle. Charles's approval rating also gradually improved, burnished by the popularity of his 2 sons, who also married. He began undertaking more official senior royal duties after Queen Elizabeth scaled back her workload due to ill health. Professor of the History of Monarchy, Anna Whitelock, said the transition from heir to king will not be radical.
It's not going to reflect or represent a fresh face for the monarchy. It's going to be another, aged, elderly monarch ascending to the throne, even though, of course, he's been Prince of Wales for so many years. I think, you know, that he does have a potential relevance around the environment, but I don't think he's going to end up feeling, you know, that he's particularly popular, and certainly not, you know, on the level of his mother, the Queen.
So with regard to the royal family, the death of Queen Elizabeth II and the 10-day mourning period is being termed as Operation London Bridge. It has now commenced. What does it look like for the next 10 days? UK Prime Minister, of course, started with a national speech once the Operation London Bridge commences. There was, of course, a flag then at the half-mast within 10 minutes to signify that the Queen is no more. The Prince Charles address, of course, was now King Charles III, and that as a protocol to address and interact with now Liz Truss, and that there will be a meeting. That also meant a minute of silence across the United Kingdom in mourning, and that after the announcement. Day 2, which is today, what does that look like? The mortal remains returned to the Buckingham Palace from the Balmoral Castle in Scotland. House of Commons are going to pay a tribute. Then comes day 3 and 4. Prince Charles, or King Charles III, sets off on a UK tour that primarily to interact with the people who are in mourning. London begins the funeral preparation meanwhile. Day 5 is going to be the most significant. The Buckingham to UK Parliament procession is going to take place, which means primarily with regard to the public to pay tribute. There's going to be a Westminster Hall service for the Queen. The mortal remains lying in the state for about the next 3 days, so that people not only just from the United Kingdom but likely across the world can come and pay tribute. So the public will be allowed to visit that specific premises where the mortal remains will be for the next 3 days. Now day 6 to day 9 is when Prince Charles, or King Charles III, will be visiting the Welsh Park, and then the last leg begins of funeral preparation for day 10. On day 10, Queen's funeral at the Westminster Abbey, the service at the St. George Chapel in Windsor, and Queen will then be buried at King George IV Memorial Chapel, and that perhaps will signify about the end of an era and then the transition to the next King of Britain.